How are you doing?
I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, Wyatt's here. Hello. How does this work?
Hello.
Like this. Hello, small child. He's here to help you. I see that. I put that transmission, that engine right together. So I don't know what I'm doing. I'm figuring it out, but I'm just making sure I have everything to make this all go together here. So what I'm confused is this came with my flex plate. Yeah. This little thing. I need to use this, right?
It depends. I think if you have a 4L80, I don't think you need it.
Yeah, so that's a pilot spacer. Right. And so the converter, I think you only have to use this
If you're using like an older GM transmission.
That seems to already fit in there correctly, but I just don't know.
Ask Google if you need to use it if you're using a 4L80, because I don't think you have to use one of these if you're using a 4L80, because this engine had 4L80s behind it. Maybe not this 5.3, but like there's 6 liters that have had 4L80s behind them, or 6.2s or whatever. Put this in there and hold it up there to it, bolt it in.
So what's that?
See what the spacing is like.
Pilot spacer, is that what it's?
I think we should just mate it up, put a couple flex plate bolts in it, and just check our spacing using this. And if we can't get it mated up and the converter won't slide forward, you know you don't need it.
Yeah. Trying to do shit the right way.
Put a little grease on the converter snout.
Yeah.
A dry seal.
Arr. Somebody get the seal some lotion. He's dry.
There it goes.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah.
Starting to feel tight.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with that crank spacer's not needed.
Think so?
Yeah.
Alright. Yeah, I mean, like
That's about the distance of it, you know.
Yeah, it's starting to feel
The converter's
tight.
starting to not want to spin.
Yep. Alright.
Unless the converter's not in all the way, but I think it is.
Well, let's try it this way and quickly find out, I'm sure.
Some of those flex plates are dished. Some of them have a
Yeah.
spacer built into them. Some of them are flat. You know
The
what I mean?
4L60, I think, is the one that's dished.
Yeah.
And I think that one needs a crank spacer, not quite a pilot spacer, but yeah, I don't know.
As long as your converter is riding in the pilot, but it's also not sticking too far out of the pump, or it's not pushed against the pump too far, you should have like an 1/8 inch of pull out from the pump to get the converter to the flex plate. And sometimes you'll have to use a spacer if it's a little more, but like spacers to go from the flex plate to the converter to shim it. But there's so many different little variations that they made of these. It's the only shitty thing about LS stuff.
We test fitted everything up. I think we got the right setup here. It's nice because it's all out of the truck and we can, you know, do this and not struggle too bad. But I don't think we need to use that little spacer that came with this flex plate. I don't know what it's for, what combination it's for, but we tried that and the converter didn't want to spin, and then we took it out and now everything seems to be fine. We have an 1/8 inch of converter spacing, I guess you'd call it. Loctite in our flex plate bolts, torque with them, and then we'll get
Do you have a starter?
I do.
Okay. I think we should fit a starter up there too and just make sure that's good.
Okay.
But
yeah.
I think it should be.
Yeah, I just bought a Jegs mini starter. Those are for you.
Hello.
Hi. What's going on? Hanging out?
Yep. We just test fit the engine to the transmission, bolted the flex plate on, and made sure we had the correct pull out.
Good.
LSs are like all different depending on the year and the transmission. You would think it would be simple, but it's not.
Not like a small block Chevy or anything.
Dude, these are so simple. We're just not used to them.
Are they? Are they simple?
Of course they are.
How long has it taken you guys to get your Falcon running?
Well, that's fast car shit.
No, he's got a point.
Oh, okay.
Peel out!
Yeah, they're like down pies. Man, God damn, I love America. Yeah, dude.
That's literally some shit you would have made in high school. That video.
That's how I got started.
Funniest thing.
People are usually pretty good at catching things in the comments when I'm doing something wrong. Somebody should have been like, hey, you might need solid motor mounts. Jeff one night was out here and he's like, you're gonna use stock mounts? I'm like, yeah. I didn't know it was a thing. I was like, yeah. Because how our S10s, well look, our S10s have the stock mounts, but we have to run a tie down strap to the head. So it's just
So
kind of
I did
counterintuitive.
I did that for a reason, because I didn't want your S10 to be a rattle trap. Like, I wanted it to drive and cruise nice. I mean, obviously I was doing whatever I thought was best for me, but that's what I did. I used the rubber mounts, because Billy's truck always would rattle and vibrate real bad. And your truck was so much nicer than Billy's, I didn't want it to be that way. You know what I mean? Everything's fine. Everything's fine. But that was a big fart. That was a big stinky.
Saved it just for you.
Yeah, you had a big fart, buddy. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you knew you
embarrassed him.
farted. Did I embarrass you? Oh.
Hi.
Papal made fun of his farts. I embarrassed him. I'm sorry, buddy.
Hi. Hi.
I didn't know you was so
Hi.
worrisome about your farts, your
Did
flatulence.
he embarrass you?
Yeah.
Current situation. Was riding the struggle bus for a little bit. So, like I said, we're trying to get these solid motor mounts in here. And yeah, we got all these on, but this top one is just impossible to get to. So, it's good enough for now for us to set the engine in, but eventually, like you can see, I grinded the paint off. I'm literally just gonna MIG weld those to the frame and call it done. But it's good enough for now. They're not going anywhere. We go up a little bit. See where that gets us. So I gotta give a huge shout out to Dirty Dingo, because they sent me, I actually bought these motor mounts long time ago, and these are really nice. They slide back and forth, got them loose. So we'll set those in and we'll kind of move everything where it needs to go. And after I bought those, they were nice enough to send us their 4L80 LS swap Crossmember here. It's really nice of them. They just sent it. I was like, it just showed up, and I was like, wow, that's awesome. So they watched the videos and they sent that like a long time ago. So I feel bad because it's taken a while, but all right. Silly's under here waiting for us. So, but thank you to Dirty Dingo. That was very nice of them. Oh, we gotta take these bolts out. Is that open?
Close.
So, yeah, you just leave the jack under there, and or I'll tell you what.
Extra jack stand.
Yeah.
Got a fucking I-beam for a frame.
Yeah. Yep. This worked wonderfully.
Slide that bitch back quite a bit.
It's all the way back.
No, it's not. It's right in the middle. Well, I'll say this side is back all the way on some of them.
Yeah, it might be
Actually,
in there.
no, I'm lying. They can go back a lot more on both sides. It can go back about 2 inches. If you go back about 2 inches, that front cylinder is going to be about even with the spindle. It's not bad.
Dude, I've seen some people like turn these trucks.
Honestly, that firewall setback is pretty decent.
I've seen people. I know a guy, Justin Boost Addicts. He's down in Texas. He runs at Yellow Belly all the time. He's got a truck, and he already did rack and pinion. He cut this K-member out just like your truck and added just a tube. The frame's cut here, pretty much right here.
Yeah.
And plated just like your truck, and tube front end, and
Oh, I'm sure you could get a fucking 80 pounds out of it from here.
oh
to here.
dude, it's just a big
Like
ass
that big
tank.
steering box.
Oh yeah, it's just a big ass 10 is what it is.
If you get to that point, we can do all that. maybe get it running first, and then next season start making it light.
I mean, I've done a lot to lighten it so far, but putting the aluminum 5.3 in, and
You're still thinking about doing those dropped lower control arms?
thinking about it. I'm gonna have to take those springs out. I think it's gonna be.
I think you'd be surprised because even with this engine and trans, that's only about half the weight. You still got fenders, you still got a core support, you got a radiator, you got turbos, headers, exhaust, you have water, oil, headers. It all adds up.
All right, I don't want to hold you guys up all night, so let's go get dinner, and I'll get that cross member in eventually. We got to kind of figure out how it goes in. Engine and trans is in my truck, about 80% of the way. How's the oil pan look? That's perfect. I was worried about that pan hanging below the cam member, but it's like way above it, so it's awesome. Let's see if we can figure this out here. So this is my Dirty Dingo cross member for my 4L80. Huge thank you to them again for sending this. Really nice piece. Just gotta figure out how it goes. I have a example picture that I found on somebody on YouTube. You know me, I don't know how things go together, so I need examples, but figure it out. And then hopefully, I got this from Chumpy for like $6. That goes there like that, and then it should go like that. And then the nut. Hopefully, I have a nut that works there. And yeah, so just slap it together. I'm gonna need your help.
That's what I'm here for. It's not spinning. You're not on it.
I know, I'm trying to get on it. I don't want to talk about it.
Is that backwards?
Didn't even know that was possible. I'll show you what I did. Good for me.
I was looking at it, I'm like, why are the words upside down?
Good for me. The fact that it let me put it on that way. There we go.
Peel.
Yeah, so go ahead and get yours on top of that rail first. Oh, there we go. Okay. So, I'm scratching the paint on these. Jeff will be so disappointed. So you see all the holes in the bottom of the frame?
Which holes are you lining up?
Well, first of all, we gotta get this transmission. Uh-oh.
Still doesn't help our problem that it's too far over to the left. Yeah, it's too far over to the driver's side. Are we just doing the farthest ones out we can do, or? Well, that's not going on all the way. You know, the other issue too might be this. Hey man,
What's up?
you're working on the wrong blue truck.
Yeah, no kidding.
That was sarcasm, by the way, viewers.
Trans cross members in. I have the motor as far back as I could possibly get it, and there's still tons of clearance. This thing's gonna be so easy to work on. Hopefully I have the transmission up where it needs to be. There's a lot of adjustability with this cross member. I'll have to get an expert over here like William and pinion angle and all that good stuff. We'll have to see what that is. It's hard to tell until I get the truck sitting level. It's still sitting so high. And actually we should be able to set this thing back on the ground and maybe see if it does sit lower now, because I've been so worried about it. I mean, it's still missing a lot, obviously, but it's been something that I want to test out and see. We just added, it's probably 200-pound transmission, probably more. I don't know. It's pretty heavy.
Is it heavier than a Turbo 350? Does that have overdrive?
Yeah. So basically a 4L80, if I am correct.
Educate me on Chevy transmissions, GM
A 4L80,
transmissions.
if I am correct, is a Turbo 400 with overdrive.
Oh.
I could be wrong. It's basically a Turbo 400 with overdrive.
So,
I think.
in that case, why do I feel like I don't hear more people hear about them more?
Well,
Or am I just not in the Chevy clique? I might just not know any better.
the Turbo 400 is definitely one of the most efficient GM transmissions. Probably transmission in general. Like a 4L80, for some reason they're just heavier and they
I mean,
eat
it's
up
probably
a lot
the
of,
overdrive.
Right. But really you shouldn't race it in overdrive, but
Right.
for whatever reason they're not
But
as
you
bad
want to
as
drive this
700 R4.
everywhere, so overdrive. Can we do sick week in this?
That's what I want to do. That's my goal.
I want to do it together in the same vehicle though, so I vote that we get this done for sick week. And
No, you're taking your dart.
listen,
Gonna haul all your fuel.
I've gotten a lot of dart time. It's step side time. Oh wait, it's not a step side. It's fleet side time. It just doesn't have the same ring to it.
I know, right? Yeah,
That's gonna be hard to break calling it a
Trust me, I
step
keep
side.
calling it the step side. Oh, I think it did settle a little bit. Let's give her a test. Oh!
Wow.
Wow. What just happened?
Oh, I think it lowered, buddy.
Oh my god.
Holy.
I might not have to cut these out. Holy cow, look at that. Look how it's sitting for once. See, the springs are finally, it's like all this time the springs were kind of sitting there and they're like this because they're really budged in there. It's like, I did not expect it to drop like that. Dude, that transmission must be heavy. And that engine is just so light. It just needed a little bit more weight. Dude. Oh my God. Oh, she's springy, bud. Wow. Look at it. For such a long time, I put the engine in it and then I'd get up there and jump on it and it would be like clunk, 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 clunk. It's like the springs finally like went into the pocket or something. I don't know, that's crazy. I don't even need shocks. Just all spring. We just wanted the wheelie. No control at all. We just want to do wheelies. But man, Billy was right though. Like, number 2 or number 1, whatever side you're on, is literally in the middle of the spindle. That motor is jammed back there, dude. Holy cow. This thing's gonna be a race truck. We're gonna need extended upper ball joints and everything. Okay, let's bolt shit on it and make it look pretty. Yeah, you're not used to that, huh?
No. This is foreign to me.
Yep. So.
To be fair, a lot is foreign to me. The only thing I've really torn into is a 340. What you doing?
Well,
Whoa.
I just want to show you this alien technology here. Alien to you. You know how we always have to silicone your intake 47 times?
Mm-hmm.
You just put those in there and those are in there for good.
Solid.
Yep. Pretty simple. Try and set this on. Question.
Yeah.
I'm guessing I already know the answer to this, but which exhaust manifold gasket is better? I have these 2 kinds, just like MLS style, and then these like squishy style. Probably the
MLSs are far better.
Yeah, okay, now do I need to copper spray them?
No.
You don't think so?
I mean, it helps, but you don't have to.
So, in closing, up and forward headers on. I got those on 3 Performance. Shout out to them. A couple other things I want to show you guys real quick is interior wise, we got these nice seat brackets from Rhodes Custom Auto. I can't remember. I'll have to put the name up, but these actually fit really nice. So my truck had a bench seat, obviously from the factory, so I just had the 2 bolts. These are nice because you put them in, line them up with the original holes, drill new holes, and then they fit right in, and they fit pretty nicely. So they're meant for Kirkies, but I wanted to go with something a little comfier. So I bought these Energy Innovation seats. I got mine at Jags, and they're really comfy, and we can still do a harness deal. Unfortunately, they don't fit perfectly with the brackets I bought, so we'll have to maneuver some things a little bit. In the next video, we'll open up this box. That's the special M for Make My Car Go Faster. That's what it stands for. What else? What else? Is there anything else I'm not covering? That's most of everything. We got the Crossmember in. Thank you to Dirty Dingo. Engine's in. Manifolds are on. I'm some intake bolts away from having our equalizer intake on. Got to order some Bosch 210s soon, and we can start assembling some of the front of the engine. I've got an ICT billet kit I got to put on. Obviously we'll run power steering, no AC. Well, AC will be the windows down, and it'll be fine. But yeah, I think that's it. It's time to go home because it's like midnight and we're hungry. So anyways, thank you guys for watching. And look, we got suspension. So happy about that. That was crazy. I did not expect that. And thank you to Dion Vickers, Battle Axe Transmissions, Vickers Performance. Got me fixed up with that 4L80. That thing should be good for whatever we're about to throw at it. I don't think this thing's gonna make enough power to break that transmission. And then 501 Performance for the 4L80 lockup converter. Thank you, Bubba, for getting me hooked up with that. And I did talk to him. We don't have to use that pilot spacer that we were confused about. I believe our converter was already built to the height that we needed without the spacer. But yeah, I think that's about it. See you guys in the next video.